to know.
Now, Congressman, you told us earlier you just got back from a trip over the weekend to South Korea. North Korea has been predominantly in the news over the last few weeks. We saw they had a missile launch that they tried to do over the weekend, but it obviously was diverted into the water, didn't go very far. We see the vice president is there currently right now. What is your take after coming from South Korea on what we should be doing right now with North Korea? And do you think the Trump administration's idea of making China a bigger player in this is the smart thing to do?
Let me just tell you this. First, one reason why I was there is because of the crazy tweets that the president tweets out all the time. That does not help. Does not help at all. And so I wanted to go to South Korea, and I went to South Korea and Japan to see how our allies in there feel about those tweets and what is taking place.
And what did they say to you?
They're concerned, because when you have the president's rhetoric, they don't really understand what America first means or America only means, when in fact they're the ones that are in the direct path, of the missiles that could be launched from North Korea. And believe me, Kim is a nut job. I mean, there's no question about it. But he's doing some of the similar things that President Trump is doing. And so the question then is, how do we best deal with this scenario? Clearly, China is a huge player, as is South Korea and Japan. Now, you got to understand, though, you can't deal with one without dealing with the other. You can't have a unilateral strike on North Korea as is being threatened, because the ones that would be retaliated against are the South Koreans. They have missiles, the North Koreans, that could hit South Korea within a matter of 4 minutes.
Right.
And so you've got to make sure, so we talk about it, we're just going to do this because of America, and South Korea is not involved. They're the ones that would be devastated.
Right. There's 10 million people that live in Seoul, for instance. What are the chances you think Kim does a preemptive strike? Do you think that actually happens?
Well, I don't think he does. I do think that we're prepared for it. I spoke to General Brooks when I was there, and I do think that the Chinese has to play a bigger role. China has a huge role, and they're the one trading partner that North Korea has. In fact, though, what we've got to figure out how to deal with it, in my estimation, China is actually using North Korea as a buffer, because China is about its interests also. Just like you say America first, China will say China first.
Right.
They're not going to just give in to do what America wants. So there's got to be that kind of conversation so that we can understand what China wants and needs, along with South Korea and Japan, because we need all three of them working collectively together if we're really going to resolve this North Korean crisis.
I'd love to